Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Hive podcast, episode 5. Uh, episode 5 is finally here. We are finishing Pokemon Lazarus today. Or are we? I don't know. We're definitely beating the Elite Four and the champion in this episode. But yeah, they're both to my left. So on the far left, we've got Spooks. Spooks, how are you?
Yo, I'm fine, I'm dandy, and I'm not happy because this is like you said, it's Lazarus coming to an end now, and it's become really emotional. But apart from that, I've dried my tears, and we're gonna go from there.
And my other left, he's also to my left. We have Ace. Ace, how are you?
Ooh, boys, I can't lie. I've just had to wipe away the tears, man. It's an emotional day. As Spook said, Laz is coming to an end. The first ever project that us boys have done. And it's just been such a roller coaster, man. There's been ups and downs, there's been improvements. I think it's probably safe for all of us to say that episode 1 compared to these episodes are like, it's night and day, even just the way that we speak. Do you know what I mean? Even the small amount of audio edit that I have to do now, because episode 1, that episode 1, man, that was intense. But you know me, Magic Money, man. I'm getting the edits
Greek.
done. The cheating Greek, and I can actually do that this time because I need a full recovery, innit? Spook sent me a full restore in the post, innit?
Yeah, that
so I managed to
was used.
Yeah, I just managed to spray that all over myself, innit? So
maybe you need to use some bulk up as well. Use some bulk up.
This guy! That's a bulk up.
Well, you've been spamming minimize this whole time, so it's maybe about time to use some bulk up.
Yeah, I think something's got to be done because the way it's going right now, I can't get any more minimal in it. Just put it that way, boys.
I think a nice way of putting it as well. At least man can pull up his trousers as well in the cemetery now. He can pull up his trousers right now, bro. He's feeling better. He's there. You're there.
Well, we are, as I said in this episode, we are going to be fighting the Elite Four and then finishing off with the champion at the end. And then we're going to do a small review on our Lazarus playthroughs and our experience. And I just want to quickly point out, so there will be a special episode releasing this week. However, we have actually already filmed that special episode. So if you're going, if we say things in this episode and then next episode you're like, oh, they've already said that, it's because we did them in a bit of a different order because our special guest, and we'll let you wait patiently to find out who that is. But they could only do Tuesday night. We're now recording this on Wednesday evening. So just full disclosure, if there's anything that's said in this episode and we repeat it again, that's because we've already recorded that special episode, which will come out after this. But yeah, just thought I'd get that out there before we start. So I will get us going into this episode properly. We finished up episode 4 with beating Calliope or Calliope, and they all darted out of there, and that was officially the end of the Lazarus story. At the end of that, we get told about this little island where we can go and fight. Well, actually, the gym leaders, we spoke about, didn't we? The gym leaders say, we're going to go here, you're going to fight us, and we are the Elite Four, and we need to work out who that champion is, because we don't know who that is yet, but we will know by the end of this episode. So, there's not much in between. I don't know if you boys have got anything else to say in between, but if not, we'll get straight in to the Elite Four.
I think just how we always do it is that spin wheel. You know what I mean? We've been adding it on, we've been stacking it on, we've been topping it off. if you pardon the pun. So
Whoa!
We've been bulking it up.
we've been bulking it up. Like Ace said, we've been spraying it all over ourselves. We've been topping it off. We've been
Whoa.
Topping it off is crazy.
oh, but
This
You can
guy,
speak for
man.
yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I think I can speak for all of us. So let's go back to the spin wheel. Obviously, in multiple episodes that I've done before, I'm not going to show you my team because there's no point doing that. So we're going to go straight into the spin wheel, and I got the beads of ruin. So it's something completely different from having a normal standard run. Obviously, everyone knowed me. I had the hardest ones. I've said that throughout all the episodes. I had the hardest spin wheels, and these boys got off lucky than I did. So now they've gave me something that I have to actually use. So the Bees of Ruin, which means I've basically got a lead with my lowest special defense Pokemon. So for me, that's Don Moomin, which obviously you lot should know by now. It's the Honchkrow. Unfortunately, I don't have my Honchkrow hat on today because I struggled a little bit with it. Do you know what I mean? I struggled on this spin wheel. After
That was a
all
little
those
bit
episodes where I struggled last time, I've struggled with this one a lot. So that was my spin wheel. Ace, how did you get on with yours, man?
Yeah, so my challenge, what I came out with, is actually something that I really wanted to get at the start. This didn't really affect too much of what was going on, but I actually got zero to hero. So zero to hero is basically you, from this point onwards in your playthrough, you start playing by Nuzlocke rules. Yeah, like I say, I do wish that I got it at the start because it would have been a bit more sort of content behind it, you know. But it wasn't too difficult for me. To be honest, as we'll get into the gameplay shortly, I didn't struggle too hard, but I ended up doing something special with it at the end. So we'll wait and see to that. So Rushy, which one did you get?
So I have added to my challenges aura break. So no fairy or dark type moves for me, which is one of those things. It's not that big of a deal, to be honest, but it adds on to my list. I'm the only one here that's got 4 challenges operating right now, and hence I've made up for it with my incredibly designed team that I've got going. So yeah, aura break for me, but yeah, you'll see it doesn't really cause me too many problems.
Mm.
Nice. Nice.
Well,
So I think that we can all say this. Let's kick it off on what Rushy was saying before. We just beat Calliope or Calliope. Such a strange thing as well, like going to that area, which obviously you would have seen in the last episode. We were saying that that area was just, well, I called it like a real grunty area. Do you know what I
Mm.
mean? It was the first time where I've seen in that episode with Gym 8 where you have grunts as the actual gym trainers inside of the gym. So we
Yeah.
moved away from there. We all predicted that Calliope was moving like Giovanni. Do you know what I mean? Being the ending guy, like the
Yeah.
villain, but being the gym trainer as well. So we move from there. And boys, whereabouts do we move to from the 8th gym?
I believe it was it Pollen something? Was it called something like that? Victory Road. Was it called Pollen something?
yeah, something like
I
that.
can't remember.
Something like that. That's like yeah.
Yeah, it was basically, to cut a long story short, it was just, you know, Victory Road, just standard Victory Road. Obviously a bit more difficult than the ones in the mainline games, as everything is in this ROM hack. Um, but for me, I can't lie, I was just so focused on getting to that Elite Four and starting. I just bulldozed through there. I avoided every trainer that I could, so I haven't actually got anything written down for there. Probably a bit silly of me, but yeah, I just wanted to get that Elite Four and Champion done. Obviously, we had of other things to do for the pod at the time. But if you guys have anything you want to note about that, then you jump in. But for me, I personally don't have anything until we get to the battles here.
Yeah, there wasn't too much going on in that route. Just a lot of trainer battles. I will point out though, just before we get into the Elite Four, there was one final battle with Rania.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
before the Elite Four. I will have got the footage of that, so we can put that up on the screen. But that, yeah, again, Rania's been a bit of a pushover this whole time. Nothing changes there. And yeah, we beat Rania and we make our way into the final location of the game where we take on the Elite Four.
Nice. I mean, the only thing that I will go from my notes, because like I said, we were as in a rush to get here. Like, you know, I'm not gonna lie. Like, we done these clips and these notes around about like a week ago, so it's really advanced for all of us lot. So going back to what I remember, we was exploring the city. We found the fancy lady who sells the 5 petal style outfit. I can't really remember what you need to have that outfit, but we have that. And we see the Pokemon contest hall. I'll put the footage up for that now. Basically, there's a bloke outside that gives us the quest, and he wants to see a ribbon. So we walk in there, try and get, and you also get the Pokeblock case where you make like an emerald where you could go up to a little berry machine and make your own Pokeblocks and blah blah blah. You can go from there. And the only thing that I really found on like Victory Road or Helen Up on Pollen Road is that I actually caught a Dratini's here. So I caught a Dratini, and I remember that we needed a Swanna for one quest as well. So I caught a Swanna. I think it's a Swanna. I want to say that what Ducklet or something evolves into. I caught that here, and yeah, it was just another one of those ones where it was just tons and tons of training battles. What you'd really expect on Victory Road. Do you know what I mean? You either get games where you don't have Victory Road. I think it was in like red and green and blue, where you just walk straight up to the Elite Four. You're basically outside there already. So it was nice to have actually Victory Road. This is the first Victory Road I've ever been in for where you've got to go through the sea, and it was all on the ocean. I've never really been through that, so it was nice to really see that. But for that, like Rushy said, you go against Rania, which she gets wiped out like always. Like, you know, Rania is a bit of a pushover. I really did think that we'd see Nico at the end as well, like doing a battle. If I would love to see more of him rather than just shot on us, man. You know, Megastones.
Yeah, trust me.
I wanted to see that. I wanted to see that that Dusknoir or whatever it evolves into. What's his last evolution?
It is Dusknoir, yeah.
It is Dusknoir,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I wanted to see him have that at the end because I know that's a juicy Pokemon. So, but apart from that, you know, after Rania, she apparently tells us that we need something, which is HM07, which is Waterfall. So we
Yeah,
get that.
that's it, yeah.
We get there. You actually get Waterfall from her, and if I can say that, Waterfall is a lot stronger than Surf. Am I right to say that? So
yeah, depending on what attack your Pokemon's got, yeah, for sure.
yeah, so I've always, since I learned that in my adult years, I've always chose Waterfall over Surf. So yeah, you basically get that, and there we are. We're at the Elite Four. So who wants to take us into the first Elite Four battle?
You might as well do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically it was quick and simple, so simple to the point where I didn't have the footage.
I'm getting flashbacks from episode 1, man, from Gym 1, innit? Oh, what? It didn't even bloody record.
You know what? I can't even blame it. I can't even blame it on AirPlay. I can blame it on the storage on the iPad, and it's saying, "Look, you lot, Someone help me out. Someone help me out of you lot, please. Who's really like, you know, gadgety, IT, because I'm sitting here right with like 100 gigabytes used, right? Then it comes down to my storage. It's saying that I've got like 28 gigabytes left, but every time I go and screen record, it's saying that it's got cut because you ain't got no storage. So you're telling me, right, a 2-minute video or even a minute and a half video takes up 28 gigabytes. I could download Skyrim in that time. You know what I mean? I could download Skyrim 100 mods and it still wouldn't even cost that. So it's just like, so you're telling me one gym battle on Delta, is equivalent to the amount of Skyrim. Nah, get off it, bruv. Get off it, bruv. So if you're in there, if you're listening, please help me out. I really appreciate it. So yeah, so I'll be honest, that was Elite Four 1 and 2 for me. Thank you very much.
Okay, then.
I'll see you lot at Elite 3.
Well, in the meantime, then I'll kick us into my first battle with the Elite Four. My team hasn't changed. I don't think my team has changed for a while now, so I didn't do my team review here, unfortunately. But going in with the, I'm trying to skip past that. Don't laugh at me. I was trying to skip past that.
I thought you were trying to take the mick out of me for always doing my team at the start of the episode.
Oh no, I'm being deadly serious. I completely forgot.
I thought you had to do my team like spooks.
So I'm gonna put the footage on now. This is actually Polymnia, who I believe was the first gym leader. Back with a new team here. So Polymnia comes out with Jump Luff. I'm leading with Honchkrow. We're going to hit that Tailwind turn 1, obviously because of my Still Disguise ability. Jump Luff Leech Seeds me, and there it is. There's Honchkrow, baby. Dual Wing Beat critical hit. Ridiculously overpowered in this game, by the way. So Meganium comes out here, and I use Tailwind again. It fails, of course, because there's already one up, but because of my challenge, I have to do this. So Dual Wing Beat again takes Meganium down. Very low on health with Honchkrow here, and Crustle is due to come in. So I'm going to do the switch into Greninja. Before anybody says anything, I forgot to switch from shift to set. So I've basically just like failed my challenge here. Like, but it's fine. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so Greninja, we're just going to hit a couple of Water Shurikens and just get this Crustle down, which does go down eventually. And there's going to be the Appleton switch in here from Polymnia. I'm just going to stay in with Greninja and use a double team. Disguise ability, of course. He uses that apple move. I can't remember what it was called. But anyway, yeah, just that Ice Beam. Quite effective. You know, let's just get him out of the way here. Delmise is coming out here, which I wish had a bit more about it, because I think Delmise is a really cool Pokemon. Ghost and Dragon. So he goes for the Phantom Force here. Doesn't do anything to me whatsoever, so I'm just going to hit it with that Ceaseless Edge crit. Drapion is really, really good in this, by the way. I've never really had much of a chance to use it because it evolves so late in your normal playthroughs, like you know, the sort of standard game playthroughs. You don't really use it that much. Yeah, it's around 40. Yeah. So Incineroar comes in here with Rabombi being the final Pokemon left, and it actually Mega Evolves. This is a really cool sprite, by the way, this Mega Rabombi. Unfortunately, it is poison because I set the spikes down with Drapion. I'm going to switch in here to Lycanroc, hit that quick Obstruct, one of my favourite moves now. And yeah, I'm just going to hit that Rock Slide, and it's going to take the Rabombi out. So for me, that is Polymnia defeated with 0 deaths, I think. I'm pretty sure it was 0 deaths. 0 deaths for the Nuzlocke. So, Rushy, do you want to kick us into your first battle, my friend?
Sorry, just to include there, sorry, Rushy, to interrupt, is that Ace, did you see the Mark guy before the actual Elite Four? I completely forgot to add this in, by the way. He sells the Evolution Stones.
Yeah, literally all of them. Yeah.
Yeah, did you use any of them at all for your team? Because obviously I knew that you couldn't use items and stuff like that, but I thought Evolution Stones might be...
No, my team was fully all sorted by this point. Yeah, I that is a good thing to mention. I forgot about it as well, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can get from those guys there, aren't there? So
sorry for being
didn't use anything.
A bit late, but I thought it was just really good. You don't see that anywhere else. So yeah, once you get to the Mart and the Elite Four, at the beginning, he sells every single evolution stone and the auspicious and the other armor. I can't remember what it was, but
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
they
just
sell
got
they
all the
sell a bit.
evolution items. Yeah,
But yeah, sorry, Rushy, continue, man. I thought I'd just chuck that in. That was a bit of vital information
it's
that I
all
forgot.
good. So I'll just give everybody a quick reminder of my challenges. So I've got Intimidate, so lowest attack stat Pokemon leads, Aura Break, no Fairy or Dark type moves. Technician, lowest special attack move has to be my first move after my Disguise move, which is the first attack. Each turn has to be a non-damaging move. So we will put my footage of the preliminary fight on now, and it leads with a jump bluff on jump bluff battle here. Got a jump bluff on jump bluff action, and I love it. So their jump bluff led with aerobatics. I forgot why I lose there, but floaty fair was my second move, my weakest move, and that does take out the jump bluff. I keep in with my jump bluff, and Delmise comes in. My first move is a worry seed, which does nothing. The Delmise here is using Phantom Force, which is a real issue. Not very fun, but doesn't do too much damage to me. So I then use a Giga Drain on the Delmise, which gives a little bit of HP back, doesn't do too much damage. Phantom Force again, so I just hit a random move here. Oh no, I don't. I switch in to Groudon. So Groudon comes in, and Phantom Force hits the Groudon. Doesn't do much damage at all. I then hit a Sword Stance with the Groudon. Energy Ball comes in from Delmise here. I hit a Lava Plume, which takes out the Delmise nice and easy. And Lava Plume actually is my lowest attack stat attack on Groudon, which is weird, but Groudon's super strong. So
Great move.
Yeah. So yeah, Serena comes in. I hit another Sword Stance. Then I get a Trop Kick by the Serena. I hit another Lava Plume that takes the Serena out. Meganium is the next Pokemon up. I stay in with my Groudon, another Sword Stance. Petal Dance comes in from the Meganium, which actually does take the Groudon out. So I come in with Jump Bluff here. Hit a Floaty Flail on the Meganium, which does a lot of damage. I hit it again to take it out. So yeah, that was quite nice for me. Ampharos is trying to learn some moves here, which I just skipped over because I was pretty happy with all my moves on my Pokemon at this point. Leafeon then comes in. I hit a Worry Seed to begin with. I get a Thunderous Kick back in the face for that. I then hit a Bullet Seed on the Leafeon. Obviously, I'm not doing too much damage here with any of my Pokemon. But obviously, I had to use the Bullet Seed because it's my lowest attack.
Bullet, sorry.
Bullet.
So Gardevoir is in here. I hit it with a Psychic. Grass Whistle from the Leafeon puts my Gardevoir to sleep. So I switch back in to a different Pokemon. I bring out the Ampharos here. Take a Thunderous Kick, which obviously doesn't do much against Ampharos. Hit a Discharge, although the Leafeon hits a full restore, but the Discharge does about half health on the Leafeon there, which is nice. And I hit it with another one just to finish it off. And that was a crit, which was nice. And then, yeah, Ribombi comes in here. Obviously, Ampharos is already out, which is nice. Hit the Mega Evolve, and I charge up on my first turn here, obviously due to my Disguise ability. So Ampharos Mega Evolves. Dazzling Gleam hits the Ampharos, which nearly takes it out. So, obviously, I've taken a lot of damage here. I go for the Thunderbolt, but it doesn't hit. It's not fast enough, and the Ampharos gets taken out. So I come in with Rayquaza to finish things off here. So Extreme Speed hits the Ribombi for a lot of damage. I get Draining Kissed, which is super effective. I get double Draining Kissed, in fact, and that takes out the Rayquaza.
Man, get
so I
French Chris, doesn't it?
come in and hit.
What?
Man, get that French kiss, isn't it? Not Draining Kiss. Get that French kiss. That little.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, Rashi. Sorry.
It's all good. We'll skip over what just happened there, but I've hit a max revive on my Groudon. Groudon comes back in. I go in and get Dazzling Gleam. Doesn't do very much damage. Lava Plume on the Ribombi. Critical, super effective hit. Takes it out, and that is the end of Polymnia for me.
Jesus Christ.
Did you get a kiss at the end?
There's so much stuff going on in this first 25 minutes. And Spooks, it's all come down to you, bro. You're moving mad tonight.
You know what? When I heard that, I got a double draining kiss. I just thought of some French don going like that. I just cried. Sorry.
Right.
Listen, that's clinically diagnosed ADHD for you, isn't it? That's that ADH, isn't it?
God's sake, right.
Fuck off, fish. Use French kiss. Sit there going.
Right, okay, let me get us back on track here. Obviously, Spook said before that both of his first two battles actually unfortunately can't be with us today. But
I promise I'll be better next season, everyone. I'm gonna delete everything, innit? I'm gonna delete everything, but I've got a load of my kids' baby photos on there, so I'm gonna have to get like a memory stick or something on it because I can't delete them because I'd be in trouble.
Okay, right. So the next member of the Elite Four is Terpsichore. So I'll put my footage on the screen now. Who of course we have battled before, and Terpsichore is going to lead with a Hisuian Bravery. I'm leading with Lycanroc this time and hit that Obstruct. Unfortunately, it doesn't get hit by a physical move, so the defense drop doesn't happen, but I'm going to set up rocks anyway. And then, hit a Rock Slide, and that takes out the Bravery. No troubles there whatsoever. So the Pangar is going to come in here. Obviously a Dark Fighting type, so I'm going to go straight in with Honchkrow. And Honchkrow is going to hit that Tailwind straight away. And Pangar actually goes for the Sky Uppercut here. Does big damage, but once again, you guys know Honchkrow dual wing beat. If you don't know, get to know, man. This literally, I say it every time I see it. It shouldn't be in the game. It's ridiculous. But so we've got Komodo is about to come out here. Obviously a fighting and dragon type, and I'm going to switch into Drapion. The rocks hit the Komodo for a little bit of chip damage, but I'm going to go for Sword Stance on Drapion. Komodo actually uses Iron Defense, which literally completely negates my Sword Dance, and it goes for another Iron Defense. And I'm just going to keep Cross Poisoning here, because Komodo is actually at +6 defense now, but I get a crit, which ignores the stat changes, so nothing to worry about there. Wordeer comes out and intimidates my Drapion, so I'm going to hit a Sword Stance, and I'm just going to go straight for that Ceaseless Edge, which one-shots the Wordeer and scatters the spikes on the floor. And here comes Brock up, you fish!
Bullet.
Comes in, but unfortunately on this occasion uses Aqua Tail, and before it can even get those lips puckered up, it has been ceaseless. It has been edged by Drapion, isn't it? Phalanx switching in here. Mega Phalanx straight in there, uses the first impression. I'm going to hit that Ceaseless Edge, and Phalanx is going to body press here, but another Ceaseless Edge. And I'm just edging Terpsichore right now. I can't lie, but that is my battle with Terpsichore done.
I thought you was bringing it back. Not sitting there saying that he's edging. Maybe this fruitiness runs in the family, and I don't know right now. I don't know. Trust me, we're proper men's men when you meet us in public, innit? We're a man's man, innit? But on the card,
Episode 5, we've lost our minds.
Yeah, and we're feeling alive, baby. That little And edging. Oh no, keep it PG for now.
Yeah, let's get back on track. Rushy, you need to come on, whip us into shape here.
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay.
Whip
Here we
us.
go. So we will put my. All right. Hold on. Edit that out. No, I'm joking. Right. We are going into my battle now. So the footage is on screen. So Braviary versus Jumpluff. I'll start off by hitting a worry seed. Braviary uses air slash, super effective against me, but I do tank it. I use a floaty fail, which does a decent amount of damage to the Braviary, and I get hit by another air slash, which does take out my Jumpluff. So I come in here with Ampharos, hit a discharge, I think. Yeah, discharge here, but full restore on the Braviary, which is not very nice. Have a discharge, puts him back down to 1 HP, and another one of those that takes out the Braviary here. So coming into the second Pokemon here, so I stick in with my Ampharos. Pangoro is the second Pokemon here. So obviously I start up with a Cotton Guard on the Ampharos here. Sky Uppercut to the Ampharos, which doesn't do too much damage at all. I then come in with a Discharge here, which takes the Pangoro down to half health. Another Sky attack there, but I tank that, and the Thunderbolt takes out the Pangoro here at the end. Right, Runacluse is next up. I decide I'm going to switch and put my Torch on for some reason. Take the Torch off. And come in with Rayquaza here.
Man couldn't believe the Pokemon he saw. Hold on.
Yeah. Sword stance on the Rayquaza as my first move, and then I hit an extreme speed here as my second, which takes the Runacluse down. Sidekick nearly takes me out, but I hit another extreme speed here to deal with the Runacluse. Medicham is next up, so I'm switching out here into my Greninja. So Medicham is out. Greninja, I start off with a smoke screen, and then take a drop kick, which it's super effective, but it doesn't do too much damage. So I return a Hydro Pump, and the Medicham misses their attack. So Water Shuriken here with the Greninja to finish off Medicham. Nice and easy for me there. Weird Ear is next up. So I stay in with my Greninja here. And hit another smoke screen on the Weird Ear. Hypnosis comes in, puts my Greninja to sleep, so I'm forced to switch out. So I come in here with Groudon, which obviously primal, so it takes a couple seconds here for it to be able to take a turn. I take a Horn Leech, which doesn't really do much at all. Sword Stance on the Groudon. The Weird Ear attack misses, so Precipice Blades here, and that takes out the Weird Ear. So next up, we have I missed it. Well, we'll see it here. Phalanx. Here we go. So final Pokemon. Phalanx is Mega evolved here, and first impression hits me. I hit a Lava Plume on the Phalanx, and that deals with him. And that is the battle there for me.
Sweet, sounds like it went relatively smoothly for you, to be fair. Those first two battles were pretty easy. I'm sure Spooks, obviously, you'll probably remember yourself as well. They were pretty easy. But do you want to kick us into the third of the Elite Four, Spooks, since we have got your footage for that one?
Yeah, I was going to say, it's nice to be included. It's nice to not just say, like, listen, I've done it. I'm the champion. See you in the next season. You know what I mean?
Literally.
But boys, you know me with my dyslexia. I'm going to need some help pronouncing this third Elite Four. How did we say this right now?
I think it was Uturp.
Uturp. All right, cool. So we're going on with Uturp. She says celebrations, but I'm only going to have to end your little challenge right here and now, Spooks. And so we kick off with the battle. She goes in with the Tentacruel. Obviously, we go in with the Mumin. Obviously, we've had we used the dual wing beat. It hits us with a sludge wave, and obviously we've had nothing. The standard run all the way up into the point of special defense, which is Mumin. She comes out with the Kabutops. We hit it with the dual wing beat again. We switch out to Toad. Oh, my boy Toad. It tries to use a Stone Axe on us, doesn't work. And we use a Trop Kick, take that out. And it's going to go in with the Sneasler. Am I right to say that? Sneasler? A Pokemon that I've never seen before. So I see us fighting and poison. we use Spore in it to put it to sleep, and I think it's one of my many moves that don't actually hurt a Pokemon. And we hit the Spore, we switch out with Stainless, we hit Bulldoze because I know it's poison type. We go with the Bulldoze. We're upping that speed as well with the Bulldoze. It's super effective. They use a full restore. Another Bulldoze again, super effective. Speed's gone down. We hit it for speed. Bulldoze again because we're quicker than it. The Sneasler's down. Then it comes back out with the Tentacruel, and I'm thinking to myself, we need to bring out Crank 2.0 right now. So we bring out Crank 2.0. Obviously, the Tentacruel's already on orange health, so it hits us with Sludge Waves, not really effective. We go and hit it with the Thunderbolt, but then it switches out to a Clogsire, and then it hits us with the Earthquake, but we've got Toad at this point. We use the Giga Drain. Sludge Waves is obviously super effective against us. We use the Sky Uppercut because I thought ground type, we'd be able to defeat it, but actually Toad goes down at this point. So I'm thinking to myself, who can I bring out? I'm actually humming and hawing here. You can see it. You know what? I bring out Stainless. To hit it with the Bulldoze, but then she retracts and goes in with the Gliscor, and that's obviously this is the first time I've ever really had like a gym battle, Elite Four battle where the trainer is switching out constantly to try and keep up with me. Do you know what I mean? But we hit it with the Rock Slide, and we go from there. Hit it with the Rock Slide, and basically it flinches with the Rock Slide. So I'm thinking to myself, right, okay, but then it comes out with the Clog Score again. So we hit the Clog Score with the Bulldoze. We're still with Stainless. Take out the Clog Score at this point. We're still Mega Evolve with the Stainless, so we can't Mega Evolve again. It comes back out with this annoying Tentacruel. We come back out with Crank 2.0. I'm saying I'm hitting the Thunderbolt this time. It hits with the Sludge Wave again. But it's super effective. It doesn't really do much. We take out the Tentacruel. The Gliscor comes back out. So realistically, I've seen basically all of her team right now. So it comes up with the Gliscor again. We use obviously Thunderbolt. I just done it in a rush because I was a bit like tapping. I didn't do speed run. Obviously, doesn't do anything for it. So I'm humming and hawing again. We come out with McQueen. Big up McQueen. We flick him in sports mode. We use Torch Song. Torch Song takes down Gliscor because it got the static from Crank 2.0, so it was a little bit slower then as well. So I'm still with McQueen at this moment. I'm humming and hawing again. I go back out to Stainless, who is obviously still Mega Evolved. He or she brings out the Gyarados. We try to go for the Rock Slide, but at that time she's just Mega Evolved. So she hits us with the Aqua Tail. We have the Rock Slide. It doesn't do much. Hits us with the Crunch. We go with the Heavy Slam because if you don't know, I think Aggron is one of the heaviest Pokemon in Pokemon.
Yeah.
And I think that Heavy Slam is all about if the weight of your Pokemon, that's how effective it is.
Yeah, that's right.
So then we come out with Kelpie. She hits us with the Ice Fang. We're frozen, or well, we've got Frostbite. So we don't actually get frozen, but then it hits us with a load of other moves. We get taken down, so I'm only down to Moomin and McQueen at this point. Hit it with the Dual Wing Beat, obviously. Still our last base attack move and our last base attack person. And Gyarados, with that being out, she is done. So it was a bit stressful down towards the keep switching. Like I said, it was like actually versing. Say, like, if me and Cuz we were going to do a battle with back in the day, if it was a GBA Link lead, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, we're going like, hit me with a fighting type move, but he comes up with a ghost and he's like, I've got this.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Trust,
I've got this. The game would be going on for so long, and that's how it went for me. But yeah, if it wasn't down to the switching, it was good, but it still gave me that reality of versus someone in real life. Do you know what I mean? So that was the Elite 3 for me. How was it for you boys?
Yeah, so I'll jump into mine. I'll put the footage on the screen now. Team hasn't changed. Of course, UTEP leads with Tentacle for me. I'm leading with Scrafty. Sludge Wave doesn't do a lot, but I'm going to hit a Swords Dance and take another Sludge Wave and bang. There's that Thunder Punch right there. And we also get the +1 from the Moxie ability. Caracosta's coming in here, so I think might as well stay in, hit another Swords Dance. Hits me with a Liquidation, and I need a bit of health here, so I'm going for the Drain Punch. and Moxie hits again. So we're at +6 attack right now. Have to hit Swords Dance again because of one of my challenges. And the Aquajet here on the Kabutops gets taken out by Drain Punch anyway. So Scrafty has taken out 3 Mons now. Lantern comes in here, Swords Dance again. And here's where it goes downhill because Lantern uses Yawn. You all know at home that we are all Yawn haters to the very core. Scrafty takes out the Lantern but falls asleep. And obviously, I'm not trying to risk Scrafty as one of my favourites, so we come in with the big haunch. We get intimidated by Arbok and go for the Tailwind, and then also get glared, which, yeah, it sort of put us in a bit of a position, that glare, because it just kept paralysing and paralysing, and you know, it's just an irritating move because I'm pretty sure it's 100% accurate. So anyway, go for the double team with Greninja here, get hit with glare, and this Arbok is starting to become a bit of a problem. Hasn't taken any damage, and we go for the Water Shuriken and get let down by Greninja here because it does nothing, and Greninja actually goes down. So Greninja is no longer usable for me in the rest of my battles.
R.I.P.
Yeah, RIP, RIP. I decide enough is enough. Let's come in with Incineroar and burn the Arbok to at least reduce the amount of damage we're taking. And Incineroar does take it out, hits through the paralysis here. Gyarados is going to be the next one to come out, and this is a bit of a sticky situation because I want to hit it with that Rock Slide, but I don't want to take like an Aqua Fang or a Liquidation or Waterfall from this thing. So we're going with Drapion and another Intimidator on the team here. So -1 in defense now on Drapion. Gyarados has Mega Evolved at this point, so now Water and Dark. And Drapion's looking a little bit low on health here after a couple of cross poisons that it's been using and taking a few Aqua Tails. So as you can see here, I've got 2 Pokemon paralyzed. I've got 2 Pokemon in the red, 1 asleep. So I decided it's time to sacrifice Honchkrow so I can get a proper switch in. So RIP to Honchkrow. Absolutely have no choice but to go into Lycanroc here. I hit an Obstruct and Gyarados makes contact with me, so I do get the -2 in defense, and yeah, we outspeed. So that is my battle with Uterp just about done. We lost 2 members here, but in the next battle, you guys will see who I replace those 2 absolute heroes with. But yeah, that's me done. Rushy, how did you get on, bro?
Yeah, we'll get straight into it. So my footage will be on the screen now. So obviously leading here with Jump Bluff, Uterp is leading with Tentacruel. I get hit by the Sludge Wave, which does quite a lot of damage. I go in with a Bullet Seed, which again returns a decent amount of damage, but hit another Sludge Wave and Jump Bluff is taken out turn 1 here, which is devastating for me, as because we all know how much I love Jump Bluff. But yeah, I come in with Ampharos. He takes the Sludge Wave, but hits a Discharge, which does take out the Tentacruel quite nicely. Yeah, so Uterp then comes in with Clodsire. I stick in with my Ampharos and hit a charge on my first move here. Obviously, to bulk up there. Ampharos takes a hit and gets hit by the poison. So I decide that I'm going to switch into my Greninja here. Greninja then takes an Earthquake, which doesn't do too much damage. I then hit a Hydro Pump on the Clodsire, which takes him down to nearly gone. But Greninja does get poisoned. I finish off the Clodsire with a Water Shuriken. And yeah, that's the end of the Clodsire there. Greninja wants to learn Bouncy Bubble here. So I did actually, I think, replace Sword Stance with Bouncy Bubble. Because I quite like Bouncy Bubble. So yeah, that's my Greninja learning that there. Takes another hit from the poison. I decide that I am going to switch in to my Ampharos again to take on the Lantern, which obviously is not the biggest play, but I don't think I quite noticed that it was a lantern that was coming in. So obviously, go into my Pokemon again, and I switch into Groudon. So Groudon comes in, takes a couple of seconds for the animations to pop up, but the water type attacks are now going to be useless because obviously the extreme sunlight will take care of them. I hit a Swords Dance, but the Groudon gets hit by a Yawn. I come in and use Precipice Blades here to take out the Lantern. And yeah, Groudon obviously falls asleep. So Caracosta is next up. I obviously have to switch out. So I switch into my Ampharos again. Caracosta is in. Ampharos, I hit a charge and get hit by liquidation by the Caracosta there, which takes out Ampharos. Rayquaza comes in for my team. I hit a Swords Dance on the Rayquaza. Caracosta uses Rock Slide, which nearly kills Rayquaza. So I hit an extreme speed, but then take a liquidation to the face, and that takes out Rayquaza there. So I come in with Gardevoir, hit a Confusion. The Gardevoir gets hit by liquidation, and then they withdraw. Caracosta, Arbok comes in. So I hit a skill swap to swap abilities. So I now have Intimidate, but the Gardevoir does go down to the Arbok here. So I'm running low on Pokemon. I've only got Greninja and Groudon left, so I come in with Groudon, hit an Earthquake, but obviously Groudon's asleep, which I forgot. So Groudon takes a crunch, but I decide that I'm just going to take these hits from the Arbok and try and get the Groudon to wake up. So I'm just bursting through moves here, just trying to get him to wake up. He does wake up. Precipice Blade, super effective, takes out the Arbok there, and I haven't taken too much damage, which is quite nice. And then Caracosta comes back in, Sword Stance on the Groudon. I get hit by another Crunch, which doesn't do any damage at all, really, and a Lava Plume to take out the Caracosta. And finally, coming in here, Gyarados, the big man himself. I stay in with my Groudon here, hit a Sword Stance, but obviously the Gyarados is Mega Evolving here. I get hit by a Poison Fang, which doesn't do too much, but it will add up. Lava Plume on the Gyarados, not very effective. I take a Crunch, which nearly takes me out here, and the Poison finishes off Groudon. So I'm left with one Pokemon, Greninja here, which is not good. So I think I decide to go in and max revive my Ampharos, I believe, to try and finish off this battle, or just a normal revive. But Greninja nearly dead, takes another hit from the poison. I switch in to oh no, I don't. I hit the Hydro Pump, which does quite a lot of damage to Gyarados actually, but the Ice Fang does take Greninja out, so I'm down to my Ampharos. So luckily I revived him. I Mega Evolve here. The Gyarados hits Crunch on Ampharos. I hit a Thunderbolt. That takes out the Gyarados, and that takes out the third Elite Four member there for me.
Nice. The one thing I do want to say about Jumpluff, from episode 1, you said that you'll still be rocking Synthesis. Is Synthesis still on Jumpluff? Yes or no?
No, Synthesis is not on Jumpluff anymore.
Oh,
Synthesis
what a
was
letdown.
replaced by Giga Drain because they both give you health back. That was my reason. And actually, Jumpluff is. I'm glad I've had it on my team this whole time, but it's been difficult to have it on my team. And with Synthesis, because there's not really any situations where Synthesis is actually useful. Because
No.
if I've taken enough damage on the Jumpluff that I need to use it, chances are I'm probably just going to get one shot out of using it again. Whereas Giga Drain offers a little bit more versatility. So I was stuck to my word in the fact that I'm using Jumpluff still, but Synthesis has gone.
Yeah, big up. And if there's any game creators like who are working on ROM hacks right now and you're liking what we're doing, please make a Mega Jump Bluff just for Rushy.
Please.
Yeah,
Please.
for real, man. Yeah.
Just make a Mega Jump Bluff just for Rushy, and we'll call it Rushy's Jump Bluff.
Mhm.
And that's the only one that can Mega Evolve, and it's just like, you know what I mean? Grassy terrain, it takes all the health in, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of
Mhm.
synthesis, you have that grassy terrain, and you make it happen. So yeah, if
Yeah.
you can see this, please make Mega Jump Bluff.
Please.
Yeah,
I'm begging.
but yeah, I mean, so that's
Yeah.
the Elite 3. Do you want to call it that? Do
Yeah.
you want to call her
So
the Elite 3 or the Elite Third?
yeah, and we may as well see Spooks. We'll get back to you again. Let's jump into
Ah,
the fourth member of the
and
Elite Four.
another game clip of mine. I'm treating you lot tonight, you know. You lot should be well happy with the content I've got for everyone. I've got for everyone. So obviously we go back to Argel Radine. And Radine said, it feels like years since we stood in Sophos Temple. And basically, let's get the battle on from here. Like, she talks about the legendary beast, but she's like, just show me your fiery spirit in the battle again. So she starts, we start off the battle. She comes up with the Oricora, and that's like the fire, that's like the fire form. Obviously, we start up with Moomin, but she hits us with the Quiver Dance. We have to go with the Dual Wing Beat just for all of the stacks on the spin wheel. We hit it with a dual wing beat again. We do have the Razor Claw on, so for us it's helping us crits. So we take out the Oricora. We're on like 2 or something HP here. So we switch out. Stupidly enough, I switch out to Stainless the Agron, use the Mega Evolution, but she has a Pyro on her. So she hits us with the Flamethrower, I do believe. We hit it with the Bulldozer. Bulldoze. We thought we could beat it on speed because obviously Bulldoze drops your speed, and it didn't. So we lost, and it's literally on red health right now. So we come up with McQueen. We were humming and hawing. She used the full restore. We used the Shadow Ball because it was our weakest move at the time as well. So the Shadow Ball didn't do anything. We go in with the Hyper Voice. She hits us with the Dark Pulse. Hit it with the Hyper Voice again. We tank the Dark Pulse again. We hit it with the Hyper Voice. So we're scraping at this point with McQueen. Do you know what I mean? It's a Skeledirge. Everyone knows that Skeledirge can all he does is sing, 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 and we're screaming at the top of our lungs. And guess what? She comes out with the bloody Semi-Seer, and I think you lot know how I feel about Panseer already, innit? So we have to bring out Kelpie for this one. Use Surf against it. Keep using Snurf. It's using Snarl. We're using Surf. It's bringing down our special attack, but we just keep using that Surf. Then she comes out with the Marowak, and this one is Ghost Fire, which is a bit strange for me because I've never seen it before. I always thought it was like a ground type Marowak, but it kind of makes sense that it was a ghost type because if you go in, is it Lavender Town and everything where you see like the ghost of the Cubone's mother and stuff like that. But anyway, she comes out with the Center Scorch. Awesome Pokemon. Pretty bloody tanky as well. I'm not going to sit here and lie about it. That Center Scorch was a tank. And we keep hitting it with the Dragon Pulse. It uses Lunge on us. It's not very effective. Poison Point hits it though, so it's hurt at this point, so I'm happy. Then I go to my bag because I can use items, and I'm scrolling. I go for the full restore on Moomin actually, rather than on Kelpie. It uses Lunge. It's not really effective, but we go down. I go straight into Moomin because I'm thinking, right, Bug type. I'm going to hit it with the Dual Wing Beat. One Dual Wing Beat hits it, and then we go in. Then she goes in for the Mandibuzz. Now, obviously, I'm thinking my boy Crank 2.0's got to come out. We hit it with the Power Gem because I think that was still our weakest move at that point, but it Mega Evolves. And it's hitting this with, I think it's Bone Cube or Bone Cube, was Crush or something like that. Hits us with that. We hit it with the Thunderbolt. Super effective, obviously. And that is Radine done. It sounds like a bit like here, there, and everywhere, but I think Radine for me was the easiest one out of all of them.
Yeah.
I don't know about you boys, but obviously you'll get to hear how it was for Radine with the other boys. But for me personally, Radine was the one where I was thinking to myself, right, compared to all the other, do you know what I mean? Compared to all the other battles, it was easier. And what also I liked about the Elite Four, as she was the last one, you can see the evolutions from their teams, and they kind of kept the same team in the gym battles as well. So it was nice to revisit them Pokemon again and have that evolution. So yeah, that was the Elite Four for me, guys.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'll go straight into Raideen here then. So our fallen soldiers, RIP, have been replaced by Crocodile and Houndoom. So let's get straight into this battle. I'm going to put my footage on now. So Raideen, as we know before, was actually quite difficult in the gym battle, but let's see how she fares as an Elite Four member. So Oricorio comes out, as the boys have spoken about. Yeah, this Oricorio in this game is ridiculous. Hits a couple of quiver dances, and I'm just going to get those rocks up, baby, because you know how it goes with Raideen. Fire flying types. Let's get some rocks up. And speaking of rocks up, we're getting rocks down, because Lycan Rock has gone down, man. Lycan Rock, one of my favourites, has gone down. So, RIP to him, but let's get Crocodile on the scene for the first time. So I'm looking at my moveset here. Didn't really take too much notice of what was going on, and straight away, I've just realised something. It's happened to me again. I reset. Okay, so getting into Raideen for the first time. Oh man, I need to start editing these before I come on here, man. The cheating Greek, baby. I've always cheated. Don't worry about no save states, baby.
It's all right, because I don't know what I was doing, but in every single clip I've put up so far, my torch has been turned on at least once on my phone, so it just pop up on the screen. I don't know what I was doing.
That's all right. That's all right. At least you filmed your clips.
Yeah, it's true.
At least you filmed your clips of it.
Okay, guys, so let's get into my proper attempt at Raideen. So we're going to be leading with Lycan Rock as usual, and that Oricorio comes in. So I'm just going to go, I'm going to stop messing around with Obstruct. I'm going to go straight for the rocks, set the rocks up, a couple of quiver dances from Oricorio, but unfortunately, Rock Slide gets the Oricorio taken down. Togekiss is coming in now. We had a very special guest yesterday that had use of a Togekiss. We won't mention who, but this one's a lot easier than the guest's one. It's just going to be an Obstruct and a Rock Slide to the face. Lycan Rock's got 2 kills right now. Pyro comes in, gets hit with the rocks, and I go for the Obstruct. Of course, my disguise ability. Alluring Voice hits for super effective, but doesn't actually do a lot here. So Lycan Rock is now actually at 3 kills, which is a lot better than last time because he was actually dead. So we're going to go in with the Obstruct here. Simisear's out here, and it goes for the Yawn. So we're going to hit a Rock Slide, and yeah, Lycan Rock is absolutely fragging out right now. Toucannon is going to be the next Pokemon to come in. Lycan Rock is asleep because of the Simisear's Yawn. So we are going to go shifting into Crocodile here. Toucannon comes out for Raideen. Luckily, the rocks hit it again. We love those stealth rocks, baby. There's going to be a flame charge coming here from the Toucannon to raise its speed. And I'm just going to go straight for the Jaw Lock on the Crocodile. Flame charge again. Yes, Toucannon is at +2 now. It does a drill peck. Doesn't do too much. But Crocodile takes it out, and we actually have Moxie on Crocodile as well. So we've got 2 Moxie users on the team now.
Oh,
Crocodile is down to just about less than half in the HP department. So we're going to switch out here, and we're going to go straight in with Houndoom, his first cameo on my team here. So Mandibuzz for Raideen is going to Mega Evolve into Mega Mandibuzz. Houndoom's going to go for that nasty plot. But Mandibuzz is just about to take him out. But yeah, Houndoom hits that flamethrower, and for me, that is my Elite Four done. Sorry about me cheating as usual, but the Greek's the Greek, baby. Do you know what I mean, baby? We've got to get this footage sorted, man.
You can't change the cheating Greek.
Nah, you can take when we go into our next project, you will take the The cheat out the Greek.
Cheat out of the Greek. But you won't take the
But you
Greek out
can't
of the
take the
cheat.
Greek out of the
Yeah. Let's get that on a t-shirt, boys. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, trust.
But Rashi, let me alley-oop the ball up to you here if you want to go into your final Elite Four battle.
Yeah, I'm gonna slam dunk it into my footage on the screen now. So Jump Bluff leads. Oricorio is in. I hate Oricorio. I'm not gonna lie. I hate it. I switch out into my Rayquaza here because I want to inflict as much damage on this Oricorio as possible. Dragon Ascent after the Quiver dance, and that takes the Oricorio out in one move. Thank the Lord. Yeah, so Togekiss is up next. I stay in with my Rayquaza. I hit a Sword Stance on the Rayquaza. Togekiss hits a Dazzling Gleam, which nearly takes me out. But I go in with an extreme speed, which nearly kills the Togekiss. Aura Sphere does then eventually take up my Rayquaza. So I switch into Gardevoir here and hit a Psychic. The full restore on the Togekiss has just been taken in, so I just spam out a couple of Psychics in order to take out the Togekiss. Nice and easy, really. So Centre Scorch is up next. I switch into Groudon here. Centre Scorch is a really cool looking Pokemon, I think. I think it's underrated. So yeah, I hit Sword Stance on the Groudon. Fire Lash comes in from the Centre Scorch, but they say it doesn't do too much damage to Groudon. Earthquake here from the Groudon does take out the Centre Scorch in one hit, which is really nice. Pyroar is up next, so I switch into Greninja. So yeah, this is a female Pyroar, I believe. So I hit a Smoke Screen. Alluring Voice does about half health to my Greninja. I tried to hit a Hydro Pump, but it misses. But then, luckily enough, the Pyroar's attack also misses due to my Smoke Screen, and the second Hydro Pump does land to take out the Pyroar. So yeah, I switch out here back into my Gardevoir. Chatot does get sent out. I hit a Skill Swap, and then get hit by a Snarl by the Chatot. I go in with a Confusion and get hit by another Snarl. I then hit a Psychic, which again doesn't do too much damage. I take another Snarl hit and one more Psychic. It basically takes the Chatot out here, but unluckily Gardevoir does go down, so I switch into Greninja and hit a Water Shuriken to finish off Chatot. So that's Chatot finished with. Mandibuzz is up next. I switch in to my Jump Bluff here. Mandibuzz comes in. I start with the Worry Seed, but the Mandibuzz goes into Mega Mandibuzz, which is really cool. Cool sprite. Drill Peck does about half damage to my Jump Bluff. I hit a Floaty Flail, or Floaty Fall, sorry. I then go in with a Giga Drain on the Mandibuzz. It doesn't do too much. Another Drill Peck does take out Jump Bluff here. So I switch into Ampharos, Mega Evolve, and hit it with a Thunderbolt. So Mega Ampharos is in. The Bone Meringue comes in and hits Ampharos a couple times. Luckily, not too many times. And the Thunderbolt hits the Mandibuzz, which takes out Raideen. And that is the end of the Elite Four for me as well. So
it's slowly becoming real, isn't it? That at this point, at the end of the Elite Four, like knowing that we go through the champion, it's slowly becoming real at this point that Lazarus is coming to an end, isn't it?
Yeah, it was definitely that feeling while we were leading up to here. But yeah, I mean, I think, boys, we should get straight into the champion. Let's
go straight
see,
in.
Let's see if we can conquer the Ilios region again. So, Spooks, do you want to kick us into your champion battle and also reveal who the champion is?
Is his name is Biker Ace. But no. Obviously, from the intro and everything, and if you're playing the game and you've played and you've got up to the point with us, you're playing with us, and you've seen the champion, you actually see it as a motorcyclist for the first time. So, from the intro, obviously, I'm going to call him Biker Ace rather than, is it Anulos or something like that?
Anyalios, I think. Yeah.
Analios or something like that. So, so what? Did you have someone different, Rushy?
No, I did, but I just didn't remember him. This was
Oh, right.
yeah.
So, yeah, ours was. If you did have someone different or someone else, ours would
No,
have Annulos or
no.
Annulos or someone.
I had the same guy. But what I'm saying is who? Like this guy popped up once at the start of the game. I didn't even remember that until you just said it there.
I
This
can't
for me
even.
was really disappointing. I was really
This is what I
disappointed with
mean.
this.
This is what I mean. I think I set off the. I think it's in episode 4. I said to the boys, maybe it might be Parias or the Don who takes us on the boat and he's going around and he's seeing our journey. Do you know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
you actually like no spoilers given involved, which we will talk about it. But you actually do get to verse Parias or Paraelius, whatever you want to call him, in some of the other battles post game. So I thought that would have been him. Do you know what I mean? Don's been witnessing on our journey, but it's not. It's completely random Don that I can't remember if we saw or not at the beginning of the game.
I don't
Or
think we've ever seen this guy.
like, do you know what I mean? But so just to kick us right into it, he goes, "Wah ha 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 ha!" He's like laughing. Do you know what I mean? He goes, "Hey there, spooks." Right, I thought the trainer be sweeping, and the Ilios region's gyms would be just a little bit more intimidating. You just look like a kid. I beat the Elite Four. Basically, he beat the Elite Four last time, and that he's beaten he just laid low against Team Chimera. Do you know what I mean? So basically, he's here to defend his title. Obviously, all the footage that I've already put up by now will explain all of that. But he's saying that he's the strongest trainer in Ilios, so let's get the battle started with him. He brings out the Cerulege, and that is the Ghost Fire type. We bring out Moomin, obviously, because we have to have our Los special defense. We hit it with the dual wing beat. Hit it with the dual wing beat again because we beat it on speed. And that's that done. We stay out with Moomin. He brings out Scrafty. We hit it with the dual wing beat. Crit hit after crit hit. Scrafty's down. Then it uses is it the Glossopod or whatever it's called like that? So
yeah.
Glossopods come out. We switch it for the stainless, and I've never seen this Pokemon before, but I'm pretty sure obviously its evolution is from Whimperpod or something like that. So we have to
Yeah,
use the
Wimpod.
bulldoze because at the time it is our weakest thing, but it comes out with the Obsidigoon or something like that. So obviously it's Ligoon's evolution here. It hits us with the cross chop. We hit it with the bulldoze. It's not really doing much. I don't really know what to do at this point. It's using obstruct, so it's protecting itself, but our defense goes down. We hit it with the heavy slam. The heavy slam actually takes it out. I should have started with that. I forgot to add that we are mega evolved at this point. Hit the Glossopod, come back out with the rock slide. Then we hit it with a rock slide. Muck comes out. It uses acid armor against us. We use bulldoze against that. Super effective. It must be on like 1 HP. It uses acid armor again. Bulldoze again for us for stainless. Stainless goes to level 59 if you wanted to know. And McQueen goes to level 60, Toad to 59. So we're all around the same thing. Glossopod comes back out. We use the rock slide because I know it's part bug type. That gets taken out. Then is it the Cyclozar or something like that? He
Yep.
comes out and that mega evolves. And I've never seen a mega evolution. If you can't really see, but I do have the big old card of Cyclozar in the background. I'll show that later. Then we start thinking to ourselves, and I'm thinking, we need to start healing up right now. Do you know what I mean? We need to use a full restore somewhere. So I'm going to use a full restore on Stainless. It uses Dragon Rush, which is not really effective. Uses Drain Punch. We go for the Rock Slide. Rock Slide is not really effective. Uses Drain Punch on us. We get taken out. We go for McQueen. Obviously, McQueen was our final dance, but we thought it was our final dance, and we used Torch Song against it. Torch Song is obviously minimal. It uses the crunch against us, but then we take it out with the Shadow Ball with McQueen, and he shouts, "Yo, what?" And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, "And what? Give me my crown, big man. Give me my crown, innit? Get off your bike. I've just punctured your tyres and I've took your hubcaps like we did back in the day." I know a few man can sit here and say, we stole a few hubcaps back in the day, innit? That was my trophy. I don't care about the Hall of Fame. Give me them champion hubcaps, innit? But yeah, and obviously, and for all of our viewers across the world, that was simply the champion done. And now we have got the crown. And I will lead you on to the boys and see how they done in their champion battle against Biker Ace.
So, Biker Ace versus Biker Ace. I'm looking in the mirror here, apparently.
Ace on ace action.
No, we're not doing that, Rushy. We're definitely not doing that. I just want to note here that my team was my team, man. Do you know what I mean? I wanted to really I brought my dead mons back, man. Because Rushy just behind the scenes, Rushy was messaging me and Spooks every 5 minutes of every day asking us for our teams. Obviously, I sent him mine, and then my team changed. I don't know why he wants him. He won't actually tell us.
He wants them for the ace on ace action.
There's no ace on. We can call it ace squared for sure, but yeah. So I'm gonna put my footage on the screen now. Obviously, Anyalios here has appeared out of absolutely nowhere. He stood there with his Cerulege and his Cyclozar. Anyway, let's see what this guy is made of. Leading with the Cerulege. Obviously, we're starting with Lycanroc here. My boy is back. Hit the Obstruct, and yeah, that's going to sharply lower the defense of Cerulege. What a mon, by the way. Literally one of the best mons that has been released in recent times.
Yeah, awesome Pokemon.
Anyway, so I'm going to hit up the Stealth Rocks. This is why I love Lycanroc. He's so versatile in this game. He's got such a great moveset. Anyway, Rock Slide takes down the Cerulege, and Scrafty is going to be coming in here. Lycanroc is really low right now, and I want to keep him in the game just in case we need him a little bit later. So we're going to switch into Big Haunch. Scrafty gets hit with the stones, and Haunch goes for the Tailwind here. Scrafty takes me down on Haunch right down to 29 health. But that dual wing beat, baby, wow, that dual wing beat never fails to amaze me how much damage that thing does. Galissapod is going to be coming in here. We've got a couple of mons on low health, but I'm going to go in with Lycanroc because I've got a plan. So I'm going to hit this Obstruct, block the first impression, get the Galissapod to -2 defense, and yeah, just hit a crit with that Rock Slide. So I've just got, I think the best way to describe this is I've just got the balls to be just putting these mons in that could be dime. Speaking of balls, here comes Obstagoon. He's actually got nothing to do with balls, but he hits us Obstruct anyway. And Scrafty just goes in for that straight drain punch, man. That +2, that +2, or +4 times effective. Here comes an ex-member of the team in Spiritomb, but he just goes for the Memento and harshly reduces both attack stats on Scrafty. I don't really understand why the champion did that there, because he's in a severe Pokemon deficit here. Anyway, so we're going to get the Mega Evolve from Cyclozar into Miraidon, which I, by the way, think is worth mentioning. This is an awesome way to have them in the game. But as awesome as it is, Scrafty hits that crunch, and that is Biker Ace down and Biker Ace on top. So one's on top, one's on the ground. We know exactly who's coming out on top, baby. It's the real cheating Greek Biker Ace.
It's that ace on ace action, baby. That ace on ace cheating our way into the Hall of Fame. I'm sure at some point we'll show you boys our screenshots of our Hall of Fame. But yeah, that's me championing the region. Rushy, do you want to get us into some Rushy on ace action here? However you say it, we'll put my footage on the screen now. So Cerulege comes in first. I hit my Worry Seed on Jump Bluff. Bitter Blade is used on Jump Bluff here, and it takes a lot of its health. So I switch out straight away into Groudon. So Groudon has come in here. The sunlight goes harsh. Bitter Blade is used again, which doesn't do too much damage to my Groudon. I come in here and hit an Earthquake. A Bitter Blade comes in again. Ceruledge is obviously very fast. The Earthquake, however, does hit super effective and takes out Ceruledge on the first try here. So we are now coming in with the Golisopod, or sorry, the champion is coming in with the Golisopod. I have still got my Groudon in. I Sword Dance here, and then hit myself a Lava Plume. However, Scrafty has just been subbed in. The Lava Plume hits the Scrafty, does a decent amount of damage. I hit an Earthquake here, takes out the Scrafty, and Golisopod then comes back in. So still in with Groudon here. I hit a Lava Plume. The Groudon takes a Sucker Punch, but the Lava Plume takes out the Golisopod. Yeah, so it's going well so far. Obstagoon is up next. I hit a Sword Dance. Obstagoon used Obstruct. So not too much going on there. Precipice Blades is used. I get hit by a takedown, but the Precipice Blades one-shots the Obstagoon, so that is now gone. Aegislash is up next, and I go straight in here with a Lava Plume, which misses. I then get Shadow Sneaked, and the Lava Plume then comes in and does take out the Aegislash there. So Cyclizar is up next, and this Cyclizar actually proved quite difficult. It's quite a strong Pokemon, and as you'll see in a minute here, it Mega Evolves into Miraidon, same as Ace earlier. Dragon Pulse from the Cyclizar there does take out Groudon. So I come in with my Rayquaza. Obviously, Dragon on Dragon here may not go too well for me. So I do Mega Evolve my Rayquaza here, and luckily take the hit. You hit a Dragon Ascent, which does a lot of damage to the Cyclizar. I then try and get a Dragon Pulse in, but the Cyclizar uses Dragon Pulse on me first, so that does take out my Rayquaza. So I switch in here with Greninja, and I go for a Smokescreen. The Smokescreen hits, but I then get hit by a Terrain Pulse, and that is my Greninja gone in one shot. So struggling here, I've gone into Ampharos. I hit a Thunderbolt. I get hit by a Dragon Pulse, but the Thunderbolt does hit first. Does hit. I then take another Dragon Pulse. I hit another Thunder Pulse. And my Ampharos is very nearly dead here. However, the Cyclizar's attack misses, and my Ampharos takes out Cyclizar. And that is the end of the champion. And Rushy is also now the champion in this game. So yeah, that is it. That is the champion taken out for all three of us. That is the Elite Four taken out for all three of us, and that is technically not fully officially, but that is the end of Pokemon Lazarus. That is the story done. The Elite Four defeated, the champions taken over, the Hall of Fame. We are in it, and what a journey it's been.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been crazy, man. It's just coming in from that first episode compared to now, it's been an absolute roller coaster of a series. I'll actually chuck our Hall of Fame pictures up on the screen now, just so you guys can have a little look at how we ended up getting there. But yeah, so guys, if we want to jump into a little bit of the review here.
Oh, so for me personally, the game, it was my first ROM hack. I've got to big up my cousin Ace for getting me involved into this ROM hack. It's my first, like I said, it's my first ever ROM hack I've ever played, so it's completely new to me. Where someone's just been playing from Red all the way up until Univar, because I'm a fake fan, as Rushy calls me all the time. So it's it's a real change of scenery as background, but I think the whole game as a whole, it was brilliant. Like, do you know what I mean? Like like the starting of the game, it was fantastic. Like the university going up to the Pokemon following you around, a bit like Gold and Silver and Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I absolutely loved that. Having the quests in like the university rather than just being a Pokemon lab. I think I mentioned in episode 1 how it was more relevant to have a university than just a lab for a 10-year-old kid that's just started Pokemon training. So I think it was more, if Pokemon were in real life, I think it was just more realistically tailored to the player.
Yeah.
As well. One thing I don't like is Pansear. I think that you could all. I think that you'll get the gist that I don't rate Pansear. He was going to be my HM slave. I don't need any slaves. Slavery is bad in 2026. Don't have slaves. But yeah, I think the game as a whole is brilliant for me all the way up until like Gym 7, Gym 8, and now I'm not mocking it, but I think I can definitely express with the boys is that it just felt when you got up to Gym 7 and Gym 8, it just felt very rushed up to that point.
Yeah.
That was the only thing that I can really have moaning about the games is that yes, the quests keep you interested, but at the same time, the storyline kept you interested up until Gym 7, Gym 8, because it's like you've got this mad build up, and then it's just like boom. Defeat the Gym 7, defeat the Gym 8, you find a couple of legendaries, you go from there, you beat the gym leader, you go to her gym, you beat her again, and then you're on to the Elite Four, and that was it. Like, I don't know if the boys want to agree with me, that they're obviously going to have their own. How did you boys feel about that? Like, do you know what I mean?
The thing for me is this whole section of the game that you're speaking about. Yeah, I did feel like it was a little bit rushed, but then I thought to myself, like, I thought back to when I was a kid and I was playing Pokemon, properly, not speeding through it, trying to make notes for our podcast. Do you know what I mean? I thought the game as a whole was brilliant. But when it comes to that section, I don't think it helped that we're on speed up and we're trying to write everything down, and obviously you guys to break the fourth wall. So we would all speak about our notes that we'd made on the episode before we did it, sort of compare notes, who's got what, how much people have got. And I think that there was probably a lot more notes in that sort of area because everything was happening there. So it kind of felt like it was all being crammed in. But you have to take into account the way we are playing a game. We of course we still took our time to enjoy this game. You guys at home who have been listening know how much fun we've had, not just making the podcast, but also actually playing this game that Nemo has made. So I think if we were to take it slower and not be on a time scale when we had to get things done, then I think it would seem okay. Still maybe a little bit rushed, but that's sort of my opinion. Rushy, do you wanna comment on that or?
Yeah, I think I can probably sum up my whole experience of Lazarus here. As I say, I agree with you guys. The game has been very, very enjoyable. I think even with all of that, the game does have some pacing issues, but that doesn't take away from the fact that it is so full of things to do. All the areas are perfectly designed, other than the Frostlass Cavern. But
For sure.
you can tell that a lot of work has been put into making this game really, really quite incredible. So yeah, thank you to Nemo for putting this out there,
for sure,
and to all of Nemo's team for working on this game. Yeah, the game is beautiful. It made me feel like I was playing an old school Pokemon game, which is what I wanted from this. I think the Pokemon in the game were exciting. The little changes in the typings of some of the Pokemon, obviously the Mega Evolutions, everything just kind of added up. The story was good. The leaders were cool. I think overall Lazarus has been an absolute pleasure to play, and to talk about, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed and watching it, and maybe playing alongside us as well. And it's a game that I think I at some point I will come back to, and play through again and just play it my own way. Maybe slow down, complete some more of the quests. Get on with the game a little bit more. But that doesn't take away at all from the fact that I have thoroughly enjoyed this, and I've enjoyed this experience of you boys as well. And it feels nice to finally be here. And I'm looking forward to the next series.
definitely, and that's coming from a guy who's been on a speed run the whole podcast, by the way. So for him saying that he's going to go back and do everything, you've got to let me just give you one of those.
It's groundbreaking.
It is groundbreaking. It's evolutionary. But it's one of those things. Like, you know, I don't want everyone to think that I was disappointed with the game. That's definitely not that at all. But it's that obviously when you guys probably see this, we do know some bits and we do know some bobs, and I can definitely tell you by the time that you see this, like 2.0 version will be out.
Yeah.
So it might be completely different for you lot. Do you know what I mean? Like you might have a better experience just with the graphics alone can really impact the game ridiculously. I think we can all say that right now. Do you know what I mean? Moving sprites, graphics, blah, blah, blah. It can really impact a game on a mad level. But like we said, like Ace said, like Rushy said, we are on a podcast. We do have a time limit. We can't get everything completed.
Yeah.
And to be honest with all of you guys at home, the quest that we mentioned from episode 1 all the way up until now, it's probably we've only probably really scratched the surface of what the actual game is. So, you know, all I can say is don't cheat. Enjoy the game. Do it at your own pace. And the one best thing about this game as soon as you start is that you've got so many starters to choose from. It's not just your basic 3. I think, what did we boys? We counted like 9 or 11 to start off
There
with.
was 9, yeah.
Yeah, 9.
Yeah,
And
so you've got your options.
I think, that's the most important thing, what Spooks has just said there. Enjoy the game. That's what Pokemon is about. That's what's brought so many people into Pokemon. It's the enjoyment you get from these little tiny creatures on a screen or on a card or
Literally,
on your TV or as a plush. You know, Pokemon as a franchise, it's there to bring joy, and that's the most important thing. So enjoy it, have fun with it, and share your thoughts with us, because we'd love to know how you guys get on with it if you do go through and play. So yeah, I think that
100%.
that brings us, I think, pretty much there to the end of Lazarus. As you say, we're recording this on a Wednesday. Yesterday evening we did record a little special episode, which really will bring Lazarus to a close. So we're not quite there yet. There's a little bit more. We're going to eke out a little bit more from you guys. So go and enjoy that, because by the time you may be listening to this, that episode will be out, or it will be out very shortly. We're hoping to get these
shortly
out
after, yeah, for sure,
back to back. But I would just like to say, as this is kind of the end of this main Lazarus series, thank you guys so much for listening. We have had an absolute blast, and I've said it before, but I didn't think this would bring me so much enjoyment. But I genuinely, when we sort of plan to put an episode together, we say, right, we're gonna jump in the Discord at 6 o'clock on Tuesday, and we're gonna get going. And I look forward to it every week now. It's a part of my routine. I love it. I love spending time with these boys. And yeah, thank you to you two, I think, as well, for getting me involved in this and for letting me be a part of this. And I look forward to more.
Wow, that's
I might
made
cry,
me a little bit emotional, bro.
I
can't lie.
Cry, bro. Little bit. I might have to do one of these ones real quick.
It's like when Ash dies at the end of the first Pokemon.
Leave it out.
At the end of the first Pokemon movie.
We don't need to take it that dark.
Okay, so while Spooks is drying his tears over there, I'm just going to give you guys a few closing remarks from myself. From my point of view, wow, what a time this has been. As Rushy just said, I really echo what he says. Getting the podcast done and having that day where it's like the people that I'm living with and working with are saying, "Are you recording tonight?"
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? And then someone goes, "Oh, no, they're doing it on Wednesday." Do you know what I mean? It's just me personally. It is taking over my life. I'm on it every night, all weekend. I just love growing what we've got here. And yes, we are small at the moment, but hopefully a lot of things that we have in the pipeline, that is going to change that a bit. But even if it doesn't, I really don't care. If we stay here,
Facts.
if this is our limit, I'll sit at that limit for however long we do it for. I love playing ROM hacks and I love these boys. Do you know what I mean? So putting these two things together, it's something that I look forward to as well. Like Rushy every week, and it's something for me to put my energy into, and it's something that we can grow, and it's an excuse to, not let each other sort of go out of contact with people. We're all focusing on this one thing, and we all play our part, and it's just this whole Lazarus series has just been revolutionary for me. Like I say, I found a passion. This is now my passion, is doing the Hive podcast, and that's not just recording, that's all of the other things that go into it. It's really become one of the main focuses of my life at the moment. And as Rushy says, I wouldn't want to share this experience with any other people. We do have someone else joining us from the next sort of series that you guys are going to be seeing, and he's a great guy as well. You guys are going to love him.
Yep.
He's got the chemistry of us guys. I've known him for probably 20 years, I reckon. So yeah, we've got a bit of history, and yeah, he's gonna fit in. So you guys have not got to worry whatsoever about being nervous around this new member. But sorry to ramble on. It's just, I just wanted to show and tell how much I'm loving what we're doing here. So that's goodbye to Lazarus from me. So Spooks, I'll leave the rest to you, cuz.
Oh, do you know what? I sit here and I'm thinking to myself, from where we all first started. Do you know what I mean? Episode 1 was all so nervous. Everyone was trying to talk about the same things at the same time. We're all talking over each other. Microphones weren't working. Internet weren't working. Kids were screaming. Do you know what I mean? Notes were doing notes. Monitor screens weren't even set up. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? Michael wasn't here.
Michael, yeah, Michael wasn't here. Nah.
Now we got Michael.
Michael.
Michael. And I tell you what, we do have though. We are building our own. For being a first series, we are building our own community. We're building our own family, and it's nice to do this with these two boys. These two boys have been together forever since high school, all of that jazz. I've been with my cousin. We found out we were cousins for what, 4 years ago now, cuz? Do you
Something
know what I
along the
mean?
lines of
On
that,
his
yeah.
birthday, I told him that he is my cousin, and I didn't even realize because I found out on his birthday.
Yeah.
So it's nice to do something with family that's worked, because they either say you either work well with family or you don't. And all I can see is that we're working well with each other. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's a great thing. And having Rushy and on board is another special addition to that family. We might not be blood, but sometimes friendship is thicker than blood. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yep.
thicker than water. Do you know what I'm saying? So we've all got each other's backs. And the whole reason we did this podcast is because we solely enjoy it. We don't do it for no business value. We don't do it to get likes. We don't do it to get views. We do it because we enjoy it and we want to show the game creators some love. Because you never know, game creators might be sitting there like us lot and thinking, do people like this game? Oh, I'm listening to them and maybe they don't. I'm hearing their harsh critics and maybe blah 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 blah. But at the end of the day, is that we're part of that community now. So it's one of those things that we are enjoying it, we're loving it. I couldn't see myself doing anything else. It gives me a little bit of adult time having 3 children at the age of 28, innit? Do you know what I mean? Having 3 children, a house, and a missus by the age of 28, it gives me that adult time that I can escape for a couple of hours. But for me, is that I couldn't see myself anywhere on a Tuesday or a Wednesday night. Like, this is my Tuesday and Wednesday night. It's speaking to the boys. It's speaking to you boys and girls.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You man and ladies. I say boys and girls because I know that my son is watching it with his friends. Do you know what I mean? My son's 8 years old. He's going to his school and he's saying, "Oh, have you seen my dad and my cousin's podcast?" Do you know what I mean? He's getting all of his friends on it. So hence why we don't do F-bombs or
Yeah,
swear words.
you'll have to bleep one from me
Rushmore!
earlier. Sorry. Yeah.
Hence why we try and keep it PG as possible, because we know there's young ears about. We want this to be something that, you know, you watch at dinner time with your wife and your missus or your husband, or you know what I mean,
Your
nan,
mum,
granddad,
your
whatever.
uncle.
Yeah. Oh no.
Pass.
But yeah, I think by Rushy saying that is that Pokemon Lazarus, unfortunately, we have to love you and we have to leave you. But like I always say, if you check us out on YouTube, check us out on Spotify, make sure you follow the Instagram, the Facebook, the Discord. And if you don't have all of that, I think the boys know what I'm going to say. You ask your mum, you ask your brother, you ask your dad, you ask your sister. So you ask them and get involved. And if you don't have any of them, you come and ask me. And I'll get you involved. I'll be all of that. I'll be all of them wrapped down into one big person. So yeah, so Pokemon Lazarus, it's been emotional. Sayonara, au revoir, goodbye.
Peace.
Goodbye, guys.